yeah, I want today to share one more. I want to talk about my plans to build a cyber state. Okay, the idea is rooted. The idea is rooted into this cypherpunk movement. The idea is not actually the renew, but thinking about how to actually shift from pure digital to physical. Like I did have several years to think about it. And yeah, today I want to share my plans and how I actually want to do that. So without further ado, I want to invite you to Burn.city. It's a pop-up. It's a pop-up city, which will happen in Bali. The 7th it starts on 7th in February and will continue 1 month and will be more like pop-up to permanent city. So it will not be one-time event. It will be ongoing. And yeah, I can see it as a global alternative to Burning Man, but like ongoing in Burning Man. And I would, I really like the idea to limit it to like 150 people because I believe it's very important to learn how to build this tribe thing. And like, before I continue, I want to ask you, like, have you heard about pop-up cities? Like, who of you have heard about pop-up cities? Like, okay, half, yeah? So, for other half, I will try to explain you what is the buzz about pop-up cities, yeah? Well, we have 50 million digital nomads, and they are size of the nation. Average lifestyle budget of digital nomads is something like 5K per month, and actually someone can say that this group of people is the future of humanity because they are the most well-educated, the most culturally aware, and so on and so on. So it's kind of become progressively like one of the most important audiences in the world. And yeah, we are like, I'm not saying they, but I can say we are the size of the nation. So like the question is how to capitalize on that, how to use this understanding. And we already understand, we already see that there is a product market fit which come from network school and HCT. So people paying these like 2-3K per month to live together, to find each other and find their own tribe. So, but like advancement of a Burn city will be in this vertical integration idea. So like pop-up city is a kind of temporary thing. I would compare it with prostitute and wife. Yeah, when you say, when you speak about pop-up city and like permanent city, it's kind of like the same difference. Yeah, so like when you go from this temporary to permanence, you have one serious opportunity, and this is vertical integration. What is vertical integration? It can produce a serious margin to the projects who will build using these ideas. And like, I want to share you my plans on the product I want to offer to the market. It will be $2,000 for shared living space and $3,000 per month of the private living space, which includes here is the food. I think that the presentation like not display, but like it will include food, it will include accommodation, and it will include all kind of infrastructure, including gym, event space, co-working, kindergarten, and like more. Okay, so actually I can say that this is a product market fit which I target to. So, yeah, and for those who, with the previous presentation, yeah, I would like made a radical decision. I watched 10 years how many guys like on events and how not so many girls. And yeah, guys, you must understand that if you want to have girls, you must pay for them. So I can promise that there will be girls there, okay? So why? Because we will provide 50% discount for everything in this city for girls. So if you want to find girls, like smart girls, come to Cyberia. But what is Cyberia? Cyberia is a place, yeah? Cyberia is a place that's strategically situated in Bali. In Bali, it's like very like, okay, Bali, why Bali? Bali is the dream, according to all research, to digital nomads. It's like the most desired location to be, like at least go. So the place I'm talking about is strategically choose to be a heart of mountain tourism in Indonesia, not only in Bali but in the whole macro region. It is like have advantage that it have proximity from key locations such as both oceans, the new airport. It is situated in the center of the like geographically in the center of the island, and like the big important property of this location is that it have huge land upside still, like in comparison to Nuano and Ubud cities. Something like 10-15x upside still there. So like it's not only the place to be, it's the place to earn, obviously. So Cyberia is autonomous city with superintelligence. And it is doomed to exponential city growth. I like always try to ask the question, how to make it grow exponentially. I spent 3 years before to like tap into like all the processes needed, starting from like food production to construction. And I came to very simple understanding that actually if you are able to rent for digital nomad this house and provide the food and the basic infrastructure for 20K, and you can construct in 2 weeks, it's actually can provide this kind of exponential growth. One important feature that we will have is this live to earn thing. What does it mean? It means that after like you are living in the village for like 3, 4, 5 years, you basically start to earn the share in this city. And after some point, I'm still not finalized the model, but at some point in time, you will able to actually possess the ownership of the house you are living in. So it's kind of like the mortgage, but on steroids. And like if we were able to like grow one city exponentially, we certainly can build a network of such cities. Yes, so we are seriously thinking on how to build franchise for expanding. Right now, I'm traveling in here in South America to choose some spots in Patagonia. I believe it's very strategic location. And yeah, 3 things, 3 principles we need to follow to actually build this Cyberia as a network of future cities. First, like the funds, it's like must be kind of supranationally controlled. It's simple stuff, DAO or multi-signature scheme. But yeah, second one, I think that the local legal compliance is the key. So we will not currently speaking about some kind of like revolution. Yeah, so it's more like economical revolution than any other revolution. Full legal compliance until at least we will grow to some like notable size when we can trade with governments the terms of like our existence. And the third is very important thing, but when we build like 2, 3, 5, 10 cities, by providing this freedom to move between them using this shared equity, actually that is what makes this Cyberia actually a cyber state. Yeah. So basically this cyber state start to work as Hydra. It's like you cut one head, like we destroy, like you're playing basically the civilization. Yeah, we destroy one city, you have like 5 more, you build another one. So like, and so on and so on. So like that is how I want to make it like really resilient against state level adversaries. Okay. Cyber Bali is sorry. The cost of establishing a city is like lower than you think. This is investment thesis I will try to like spread through all. So remote land is extremely cheap, guys. $1,000 of remote land can buy a 1 hectare of land for a family. That is enough to sustain any family with food, with energy, with water. Solar, Starlink, and blockchain, they are enablers that allow in any country to buy this land and build the cities there. So here I'm talking that if you like able to gather only 50 families and invest $1 million in this kind of a village, I check it myself, it's doable. You can bootstrap it in 9 months and have a city and grow from $1 million to $10 million just because you provide this like touristic flow and event space to grow and capitalize on this thing. So and like I think it can become really big. How big? So like the idea is that if you will take only 10% market share from these digital nomads guys, which is something around 5 million citizens, the size of one megapolis, yeah? But in our case, it could be something like 100 cities at like 50,000 people each. You can have Google scale revenue, which is reachable in like 1 decade maximum. So the like even if not being like state level size, like just megapolis level size, like if it's possible to build the process to scale it horizontally and vertically, it is the power, guys. I think it's really important to also bring in financial innovation. For some of you, you know that I created one of the first funds, crypto funds in history. Here will be another big thing. I believe these funds, open-end funds with land assets under management can become like one of the very important point of growth of the industry. So I'm announcing here a first open-end cyber state fund. It's a token on Ethereum. The Marshall Island company in the head and local companies owned by these Marshall Island companies. Basically, the terms of this open-end fund I will announce a bit later. Yeah, but it will start from I will start it from pretty serious asset under management. I'm talking right now about $30 million of asset under management just from the start. So it like after launch, it will become the biggest cyber state fund in like in industry. One important feature of like the fund is that it's my thesis that actually any cyber state at some point of development will want to aggregate the collective intelligence of its citizens to become like more powerful and smarter. And vice versa, if you're trying to build the super intelligence, the collective intelligence thing, once it's like realized its intelligence, it start to become a cyber state. Yeah. So those are two convergent things. And like I did have some questions, what you will do with previous work. I will incorporate all my developments into this Cyberia cyber state. Okay. So I'm talking here about like the state the experimental support of collective intelligence, and I was recently able to find out some really interesting property which allow for a like really powerful distributed computation of the on-chain LLMs. And yeah, I will incorporate this this thing into this cyber state, please. So those of you who are interested in this beginning, this is a Telegram group where we invite everyone to join this movement and try out and see what happens. Yeah, and please come to Bali at 7th of February. We will announce and provide a link for tickets soon. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for listening to me. Would love to answer the questions.
Nick,
Yes, they spark the cohesion, like 10% of digital nomads build their own cities. Super, I like it. Question is, how do you plan to make it decentralized from your power? Like you are like founder, but it to be governed.
Yeah. It must not have empire. It must not be empire. Yeah. I showed the slide. This is actually, I thought about it, but the answer is this open-end fund. What is open-end fund? Is that basically if some investor want to add some money to the pile, like it's actually like the extra token minted. So if some big investors are coming, actually it will slowly start to dilute my initial stake. Yeah, I hope that is how it can be decentralized.
The control over L2.
Yeah. That is the token that will have a control of this whole thing. Yeah. So basically, if some investors come and want to invest like $10-20 million, it's fine. So I'm immediately lose part of the control, like half of a control. Yeah.
In your similar question, in your decision making, what is the role for anonymity of decision makers? Can decision be made anonymous?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't actually bet. No. Well, it's I'm cypherpunk myself, okay, and I will use any possible tools to provide layer of privacy to all. Who are you?
Devote.
Who?
Devote.
Devote. Never have a.
People say that stuff. I'll talk about in a minute. Or this is how the region.
Yeah. Okay. I will tap into it. For sure, it is important. The anonymity of decision. I didn't actually provide information here, but I'm not actually deep believer in that conventional discrete decision making. I gave election a lecture during Edge City where I try to explain that these ideas of the discrete decision making is actually doesn't scale and very inefficient. I am trying to think how to create the governance system that will just aggregate all the all the signals from the community and infer automatic decisions. So yeah, that's all.